Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Millie, your favorite manifestation bestie, and today we're going to talk about 10 positive steps to attract anything you want in your life. And yes, I have my notes so I don't leave anything out because I don't like editing and I don't want to edit this video. So let's see how we're going to do today. All right. So look guys, no matter how happy or how successful you currently are in your life or what an amazing life you currently have, odds are that you want more. And it's okay to want more. Don't feel guilty about wanting more happiness, about wanting to experience more money, about wanting to experience more joy and more peace, right? Nothing wrong with that. Most of us wouldn't even describe ourselves as being completely happy or completely successful because usually we have a lot of different things that we want to accomplish, different experiences that we want to have. And there are a lot of people who really have no clarity as to what they would require in 3D to achieve that a level of happiness that they would be comfortable with, or a level of financial security that they would be comfortable with, right? Because how often do you actually ask yourself, like, hey, what does happiness actually really look like for me? Or how much money would need to be in my bank account right now so I don't have to worry about my future or my kids' future? Like, what is that dollar amount and what does that look like? What does that feel like, right? We don't do that. It's not a normal, step or normal thing that we do. We're not shown in school like, hey, take 5 minutes out from your drawing and, stop coloring in your book and write down what makes you happy. For most of us, it's like, hey, I'm just happy to be alive, right? And that's okay too, okay? In the process of living, creating, being, feeling, thinking about having an amazing life is the feeling of helplessness. Because helplessness shows up in the form of, I don't know what to do next. Especially when you've hit a roadblock in your life, or you're going through a really bad breakup, or any transition in your life that causes you to really believe that, like, I have no idea what I want. I have no idea what my next step is. I have no idea what's going to make me happy right now. I'm just happy to open up my eyes right now. And even that is difficult. And let me know in the comments if you've had that, because I know I've experienced that in my life a few times, right? And it's okay. It's okay if your gratitude list for the day is, hey, I am happy that I'm just safe. I am happy that I'm healthy and my family's healthy. I am happy that there's food on the table. I am just happy that we have a roof over our heads. There is nothing wrong with being thankful and grateful for basic life necessities that we have, right? But also we have to admit that we're tired, right? Because no one wants to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, right? And many of us are lonely. Nobody really truly wants to be alone. We want someone to share our happiness with. We want someone to share love with, right? And so a lot of the time it's because we're busy. We're busy with other things that we can't focus on creating that amazing, happy life that we really desperately want to have. And then the rest of the world tells us, or our family or our friends, hey, you should just be thankful and grateful for what you have. Don't be greedy, right? Don't be greedy. Your bills are paid. Don't be greedy. You have someone, who loves you. Don't ask for more. You're going to mess it up. But that's not what life is about, you guys. Life is not just about having just enough, okay? And so that's why I want to share with you these 10 really cool tips, easy to follow tips on how to attract anything you want in your life, regardless of what it is that you want. All right. So if you guys want to write this down, let's get to it. Step 1 is to appreciate what you have. By doing this, you are going to raise your frequency because you're going to be fixated instead of what you don't have in your 3D. You're going to be fixated on what you do have right now. Right. And so this is a really cool habit. Be like, while you're making your coffee in the morning, I'm so thankful for coffee. I'm so thankful for running water. I am so thankful that my kids are safe. I'm so thankful that my kids get to go to school and I get to, stay home and do work for those of us that work from home. Or I'm thankful and grateful I get to sleep in on a Saturday, whatever that is for you, right? The good thing about that is going to really bring to your consciousness that Even though you may not have what you really truly desire in 3D, you have more than most. And so that is the vibrational frequency that I want you guys to focus on, okay? Step 2, this is going to be a little difficult for people because step 2 is to become aware of what you don't need. And what I mean by that is there are things that we accumulate, not just physically, but emotionally. Emotional wounds, right? Beliefs that no longer serve you. Yes, physical things. Do you really need that, dress in the closet that you've never worn? Do you really need the $500 shoes that you've only worn once or that don't even fit, make your feet hurt? Been there, done that. And a lot of the times when we block ourselves with our manifestations not coming in is because we have accumulated this energy of having things that no longer serve us. And yes, that does block your energy. If you have things in your physical reality that you don't use, you're basically telling money and telling the universe, hey, I have this, I don't use it, it's not worthy to me. So you're not really being appreciative of what you do have. So one of the things that I like to do with my clients is to declutter. And so that is step number 2, right? Look at everything that you have. Yes, physically, but also emotionally. You can declutter your emotions, right? How you declutter your emotions is by basically going through the list of emotions that no longer serve you. Anger, fear, regret, shame, guilt. Look at all those things. What do I feel guilty about? What do I still feel shame about? Right? What do I regret? That's emotional baggage that you don't need in your life. And all it takes is for you to decide, I choose not to carry this emotional baggage with me any longer. I let it go. Okay? That's a quick step. Okay? I know that step will probably take you guys a lot longer than any of the other steps, and that's okay. There's no time limit to this. It might take you a whole day to go through the list, right? Because there are experiences that we have in 3D that create guilt, shame, regret, and all these other emotional trauma, but it doesn't serve you to hold on to it. Okay, if you need to forgive someone for you. Like, hey, yeah, I feel, a little upset. I argued with my, so-and-so many years ago. We never apologized. We're still not talking. But you know what? I forgive them. I forgive myself for being part of that and let it go. Let it go. Step 3 is to be positive, right? You cannot be completely, fully positive and happy in your life if you're carrying that emotional baggage. So this is why it's very important to release that so you can really hold on to the energetic frequency of being happy and positive, because positivity really does go a long, long way. Positive people are happier, you guys. When you're in a positive mood, when you're in a happy mood, you make better decisions. You make decisions that are in alignment with your manifestation, right? That positivity radiates out to you, so then it attracts more positivity to you. When you're in a bad mood and you do something like negative or low vibrational, you're going to create more of that energy back to you, which is probably why, if you haven't been very positive lately, a lot of things probably haven't been going your way lately, right? So that's what step 3 is. Step 3 is stay positive, be positive, and only make decisions and take actions from a positive energetic frequency. So make sure before you say yes to something, before you say no to something, before you do something, before you start to believe something, that you are doing it from a positive energetic frequency, okay? Step 4 is to adopt a habit for self-development. You guys, self-development is so important. What you're doing right now is self-development. Doing these steps is self-development because you are consciously choosing to think differently, to believe differently, and to have different emotions. So this right now is self-development. So give yourselves a high five for that, okay? Self-development is just changing the energy. And however you can change that energy, like I said, you can change it through your mindset work, through emotional work, to physical work, right? You can do yoga aligns your chakras. So what are you choosing today with self-development work can you do today to help you align to your desires? Step 5 is to invest in you. Investing doesn't just mean monetary, guys. Doesn't mean money. It means time. It means frequency. It means emotions, okay? It just doesn't mean investing financially, all right? So how can you give yourself more of what you need? That's what investing is, okay? And yes, on occasion, that might include investing financially in something, right? Because let's say you need a self-care day and you need to go to the spa, that's going to cost money. So yes, on occasion, it might involve a little financial investment, and that's okay. So try to invest in yourself, okay, at least once a week in one way, shape, or form, okay? Step 6 is to take opportunities. You guys, these steps are in order because once you clear all that stuff, you're going to notice that really like amazing opportunities start coming to you, like positive opportunities, financial opportunities, fun opportunities, exciting opportunities. They're going to start coming towards you because they're going to be in alignment with your new vibrational frequency, your frequency of happiness, your frequency of positivity. And so be mindful of any opportunities that show up in your 3D and jump on something. Be adventurous, you know, because that's how you create a different reality. A lot of the time why people don't shift their timeline into the desired timeline is because they've been doing the same thing over and over. And if you do the same thing over and over, you're going to create the same opportunities, which is why you're not seeing new things show up in your 3D. Once you shift your habits, once you shift your emotions, once you shift your low vibrational thoughts into high vibrational thoughts, your opportunities will shift as well. And so you're going to see new things showing up in your 3D. So make sure that you're doing all these steps so that you can actually see new things show up, right? So step 7 is to know your worth. This is very important, you guys, because when these new opportunities come in, it doesn't mean that you have to jump on every new opportunity that comes in. All right, guys? No, make sure that you know your worth and you have your boundaries in a set in place, because every decision that you make has to be in alignment with who you are and your authenticity. Doing this is gonna really catapult you into shifting your timeline, because let's say your SP shows back, if you're trying to manifest your SP back and your SP comes back, but they didn't come back fully as the person that you wanted them to come back. And so they're like, hey, we can be friends with benefits. And you say yes because you don't know your worth. You're thinking the better version of them is not going to come, and you just really desperately want them in your life because your emotions, you haven't healed your emotions. Then you're not really fully standing in your power and you don't know your worth. No, I don't want to be friends with benefits. I deserve a full, healthy, loving relationship, right? And so that happens with money too. So make sure you are in alignment with your self-worth, that you really truly love yourself and you know what your value is, so that when all these opportunities start coming in, you choose the right opportunities for you. Number 8 is to know exactly what you want. And I do talk about this all the time, because a lot of the time we can't manifest what we desire because we really don't know what we want. So make sure that you're really truly clear about what you want. And then number 9 is to springboard. So springboarding is a concept that talks about like taking a route just because the route that you want hasn't showed up yet, right? So you take a less obvious route, okay, instead of just climbing, like taking that next step. So for example, instead of climbing, let's say you're trying to get a raise in your business, right? But you hate what you do, because a lot of times we open up businesses and we're no longer aligned with our business, and instead of closing our business down or shifting niches or doing something else that we love, we just stay there in our business, right? Springboarding would be this. It would be, you know what? I don't like my job. My business is pivoted. I no longer like what I do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this money, this next income that I get, this next paycheck, and I'm going to invest it into something that I really like to do. I'm going to invest it in writing my novel or publishing my novel. I'm going to take this and create something that I really enjoy. And that's what springboarding is taking something that you don't like. How can you take something that you don't like right now and shift it into something that you do like? So that's like taking the less obvious route, right? It's also a way of turning something negative into a positive, which is really, really cool. And number 10 is to persist. You guys, persist. There are very few things in life that come easily, okay? If it was really easy to have your dream life, you would have had it already, right? And so the reason why it's not easy is because we have to shift a lot of our programming that has been with us from generations, okay? This is also known as generational trauma, if you guys want to look that up. And so we are shifting generations of emotions, of thoughts, of expectations and limitations. And so some things just don't happen overnight, and that's okay, because it gives us time to really understand why we've created this limiting reality for ourselves and why we've been holding on to, you know, trauma, through regret, holding on to guilt, holding on to shame, holding on to anger even. And so be thankful for the time in between of this, of not getting your manifestation. It gives you that opportunity to persist and to clarify, do I really want this? Does my desire really align with the person that I need to become in order to be grateful and thankful of the manifestation that is on its way to me? Okay, so be patient, be persistent. Okay, these two go hand in hand, and you will definitely be able to manifest your desires if you do these steps. So let me know in the comments what you thought of these steps. Which step was your favorite? I think my step is letting go, like, of the trauma one. That was a real big difficult one for me when I was shifting my reality a few years ago, going through my divorce. So that one was a big one for me, because I had to do a huge identity shift, right? Who was I during the marriage? Who was I during the divorce? And who was I after the divorce? And so when you're going through life changes like that, something huge like that, you have to really let go of everything that does not align with your desired reality. So keep that in mind. Massive blessings, massive abundance, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.